Hello and welcome back to the second episode of How Do You Like Us Now with De Bos.
Hello, I'm here too with a new background.
That's your cue. That's your
Oh,
cue.
sorry, Jules. That's me.
And Jules.
Yeah.
Yes. What were you saying about your background, girl?
Well, it's a headboard because
Oh,
it's a whole
that's
thing. No,
right.
it's different than my normal white
I thought it
background.
was your couch. I see.
Oh, yeah, no, it's headboard. Yeah.
Oh, what kind of show is this going to be?
Well,
Wouldn't y'all like to know? And
yeah.
you will find out because actually, well, you're here watching. We hope you're still watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, how you been, girl?
A little cuckoo bird,
Yes.
feeling the I don't know, like laundry list of trying to be an adult and get stuff done, like every other adult that I've ever talked to. So but it's good. I mean, my other half is back
Yeah.
from working. He was out of province for quite some time, so he's
Yes.
back. So I know. So we're trying to get the
Right.
house
It was a
cleaned.
while.
It was a while. It was like 6 months,
Yeah,
which
I
is
know. What the hell? But also too, like it was 6 months, but it was 6 months. Like it's
yeah,
crazy. I'm sure it probably felt long for you, maybe, but like,
depended on the day.
yeah, I
It
know it's
just
wild, eh?
yeah.
Yeah, how that goes.
But just they're getting back into the routine, and we're trying to get the
Hmm.
house in a decent state, which takes
Yeah,
forever. Like
yeah,
it's a lot.
it's a
So
lot. And
yeah,
you have a young child that
we
runs around.
do. He's
Yeah.
coming up on 4, and
I
it's very
know.
busy, and it's just the balance of everything. As again, most adults have to do balance in one way, shape, or form. Um,
Absolutely.
but yeah, no, I mean, pretty good. I'm definitely going to be going for a nap at some point.
Yes, hopefully not during our episode.
No.
We'll try and keep you. Is that why you're in your bed?
Yeah,
You're
that's
like,
why. There you go.
just
So
give
I'm
me
just
a
gonna like
second.
curl up when we're
That's
done and be
actually
like,
perfect.
yeah,
Halfway through the episode, I'll be like, Jules,
Julie,
hello.
hello.
Yeah, hello. Yeah. Yeah, our episode will put you to sleep. Hey, you never know, right?
Yeah,
Weirder shit's
I hope
happened.
not.
I hope not too, but I shouldn't even manifest that. But
Yeah,
anyways, yeah, it's been crazy like the past month. It's like exactly like where the hell does the time go? And so much is going on. We've alluded to this previously, but it's like that to do list never gets done,
ever.
ever, ever. And I mean, I was warned, like I said previously, by my mother.
Yeah,
I don't think she really watches. Well, maybe she will. We'll see. I'll know if she watched or not. But yeah,
yeah.
but she was right. Mom, you were right. You were right. So yeah, it's just been a whole fucking thing. Honestly, it's crazy. And then of course, like dealing just with, we live in Ontario and our weather's been on crack. We've had like 18
It's
point or
bizarre.
8.2 million winters
Yeah,
this year. So it's been really tough, like on everything. On everything.
I
Like
think we're
it's
supposed to
just,
get more snow soon as well, like later in the week. I'm like, can we just?
I know.
I do remember though. Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No, you don't. I don't care.
I remember like way back when I lived in BC, I on May 24 weekend, I had called some friends and I was like, "Hey, like guys, May 24, what are you doing?" And they're like, "Oh, it's snowing here." And I was like, "I'm paddle boarding on the ocean, like I'm in a bikini on the beach. Like,
Yeah.
what is up with Ontario?"
Yeah. Maybe we need to move. No,
Well, yeah.
I know, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy the other day. I was heading to the office and I hit
Oof.
black ice. And I'm like, this is April. Black ice is not allowed in April.
No.
Well, clearly it was. Almost ditched my car.
Yeah.
Grateful that I work for somebody that, I'm like, I'm not coming in. I'm not
No.
putting myself in danger. And this is actually something I would have done as like younger Nina. I would have, went like tits to the wall and fucking just went and done it and went and gone.
Accommodate.
Yeah.
Doesn't
And
matter. You accommodate. It's like now,
exactly.
no,
Exactly.
absolutely not.
So no, it's crazy. Like it just, I mean, it's amazing how things kind of change that way too, right? I feel like once you get into especially your 40s, I feel very much like I'm coming into my own every single day. And so anyways, but the point being is that it was still a bit of a rough month all around with weather and obviously like almost ditching your car isn't very pleasant and I wish we had the BC weather, but we do not. So We
Yeah.
have our fingers crossed, but I think we're actually going to get a lot of April showers first, which I prefer that over, snow and hail. But
Sure.
yeah, it's just yeah, it's kind of like coming out of hibernation season, right? And
Yes.
that's what we're talking about a little bit today, where it's like I don't know, it almost feels like in the dead of winter. And even like this year, it's been so long, and Mother Nature literally has come back and been like, "Oh, you think you're done with winter? Bam, here you go."
Kidding.
I
Just
feel
kidding.
I always joke we've had like 5 winters, and I was lucky
Yes.
enough. Oh, I guess that's something exciting. I was in Mexico even for a week, right? And I'm like, you
Yes.
know what? We're gonna come back from Mexico, and I'm gonna bring the warm sunshine and this wonderful tan, which is seriously and obviously faded at this point. And we came back, and we had to drive through a snowstorm, and we came back like end of March. So I think we paid our dues.
I feel the same.
I think we
Yeah.
are fucking done. And
Yeah.
now on to the next, which seeing kind of snippets of sunshine has, well, snippets, I say very lightly, but
Yeah.
it's coming. So it has kind of
You
also
do.
had me feeling a little bit into spring cleaning. So,
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
uh,
it is that time of year, time of year,
yeah.
anyways, whenever you decide to do it.
Well,
But
we call this, wait, what the hell do we call this? We're going as we go. We're flowing as we flow. We're flowing as we go. I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
We're calling this one "Let's Get Trendy." Is this a yay or a nay? So today we are talking about spring cleaning, and if that's still a thing. So is that still a thing in your household, Miss Jules?
For me, it's a yay. But I'm
Yay!
like a psychopath cleaner, so I'm like, must be
Well,
clean
you
every
also have a
day.
decluttering business, so that
Yeah,
that checks.
that's kind of part of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So for me, it's a yay. Now, do I do it all in one day? Absolutely not, because I don't have time for that.
that's fine. That's all I got from that. Sorry, go ahead.
But yes, but I feel like it's important to, but I kind of like doing it twice a year. After
Mm-hmm.
Christmas too, like around the Christmas time, you kind of reorganize stuff and get it set up
Yeah.
properly. Because if you don't, then all your stuff is like exploding everywhere. And
Yeah.
then spring
No
rolls
kidding.
around, and then you can like re-clean it. But like again, Zeph is better with like he did the windowsills and he
Woohoo!
did the like door frames and he did the like where I don't me it's
Well,
more like
send them on over,
I
girl.
know.
Like, what the hell?
Me, it's more like open a drawer and like clean the drawer and like reorganize the. Why am I shaking?
Too
I'm
much.
talking
You're
too
just
much
so
right now.
excited to be here
I'm
recording
just
with
so
me.
excited about spring cleaning.
Yeah,
Um,
apparently.
yeah, so I mean, I don't know. It's that fresh feeling, spring, that rejuvenation,
hmm
whatever.
hmm
I like it.
So
So yay
what's
for
your
me. It's a
favorite part
thumbs up for
about
me.
spring cleaning? Just like, what's your favorite part of spring cleaning, would you say?
Um,
If there is a part.
like
I know my favorite part.
buffering. I'm like, what is my favorite part of spring cleaning? Getting rid of stuff. Because
hmm
you kind of know that things have been sitting there for a while. And I'm like, okay, if I haven't used this in the past year, bye
Oh,
bye, see ya. Or like it needs to be better organized.
yeah, I have that problem
I know.
badly. Although I've gotten a lot better. Well, you know what happened to me in 2023, a quick little story is that my basement flooded, which was fucking
Yeah,
awesome. And then insurance fucked me over. So fuck you, you know who you are. And I switched insurance.
we
Um,
recently did too. Anyways,
yeah, probably. Well, yeah, I can. hmm Anywho, yeah, my basement flooded so badly because we had an ice storm, and that obviously that knocked out the power. So it knocked out the power for 26 hours. Yeah, it was brutal, and I did have a battery backup, but that failed after a while. So I did
right.
have that. Unfortunately, lesson learned, people, and this is something everybody should be doing. If you are in, at least I would say, like I am in the country, so is getting a generator, right? Making sure
Yes.
you have. So I have one now, but it was a
Yeah,
little bit too late. So that was like a huge thing for spring cleaning for me because so much shit got wrecked. It was very sad. I cried my eyes out.
of
It was
course.
horrible. I was able to salvage a lot of stuff. Um, but it was definitely a terrible experience. So that's one way to spring clean, people.
Like a
But I would,
forced spring clean.
I know, right? It
Yeah.
was like trailer loads of stuff and
Yeah.
also dead trees on my property.
Oh,
And
what a,
sadly, some trees that were not dead that were knocked down. It was a brutal storm.
it was very bad.
Yeah, it was fucking terrible. But with that, I was able to go to one of my favorite entire places in the whole entire world, which is the dump. That's right, you heard me well. Not taking a dump, going to the dump.
Oh, well, they're both decent
But they
things.
can both be pretty satisfying, don't you
But
think?
see,
No.
that's also interesting to me, Nina, because to me, like the dump where you put like, um,
Where you throw shit out.
thank you.
Yeah.
It's
Or
a very heavy energy. So I'm
mm-hmm.
surprised you are okay going because like I love thrift stores. Like I
Oh,
will
yeah.
live in a thrift store and Nina hates it. Like I'm speaking
Mm-hmm.
for you here, Nina, but
Mm-hmm.
she
No,
doesn't
that's
care for it
okay.
because the energy, which I totally understand. I love that. But like it's almost where a garbage dump, I'm like, oh, like it's so
Yeah, but it's like so satisfying in a way, which is
yeah,
really weird to me. There's something psychologically happening in my brain with this. We've kind of discussed this before
right.
because it's like I hate throwing shit out.
You do.
Jules was up here, what, a few times ago. I don't remember when. And I was keeping like the end of a bag of fucking croutons. First of all, I
Yes, we
can't
talked
even
about
keep
that.
them. I know. And I called them my commitment my commitment croutons or something.
Yes.
I
We also
like
have
didn't
some
want to.
bags of clothes that
And
we were
she's
going
like,
through.
"What the fuck is this?" I'm like, "I
Yeah,
have commitment or non. I don't know. Some kind of there's something there. I don't know if it's because I grew up relatively poor.
right.
So I feel like that it's a security thing in the sense of like I just want to keep things. I don't keep weird shit. Although I did have a bubble gum collection when I was a kid, which my brother thought was absolutely disgusting.
Like a chewed bubble gum?
Yeah, it was on a stick. It looked nice. It was pretty. I was a weird kid.
Oh,
What can I say? I also talked to fucking ghosts, so
yeah.
I still do.
There you go. I had a few friends that were imaginary
Yeah,
as a kid.
right? I know,
But
they're fun.
they were until I got made fun of for talking to a chair because I was like
Oh, no, it was
feeding my
probably, I
imaginary
can almost
friend.
guarantee that
Anyways,
was a spirit.
I digress. But
Yes.
yeah, so
No,
the dump thing is interesting because I mean it's fine for me to go to a dump, but I find the energy so heavy
yeah,
and like yeah,
it is.
it's like slow. It's like a slow moving,
Stinky.
I don't
Yeah.
know. But I see this that well, I understand the satisfaction part of going to like chuck stuff because it's like,
Yes.
yay. So
There's also some cute boys that work there, so, that helps.
how did I know this was coming in the
Because I haven't been finding any online in the apps.
yeah, oh yeah.
Anyways, that's another episode.
That's another
But
episode.
and the other thing I think part of the other reason I really like going to the dump is because I go with my dad and it's like our bonding time.
Yeah,
Is it's a really special time
exactly. So that's
for him
probably
and
where
I.
that like that
Yeah, maybe
positive
it's just I'm linking the two and it has nothing to do with the garbage.
right. Well,
Um,
probably both. I mean, I don't know. I'm
yeah,
not inside your brain, but yeah, no, it's interesting though. But I
yeah,
mean,
it
so
really
I'm
I
gonna say
know.
you're like yay spring cleaning too,
I would
or
say yay,
yeah,
definitely yay. I would
chicken stuff.
say. I don't like all of it. But as far as the dump goes, then yeah,
Yeah,
we just took a trailer and a truck full like last weekend. We had a great time.
that's awesome. Yeah, the
It
dusting
doesn't
and
it
all
doesn't
that.
take much.
But yeah,
So yeah. Anyways, and speaking of that, we are going to head into our mind, body, soul, and time. We're going to talk about time. And you know what? It's a great segue because spring cleaning is a lot of time. It takes a lot
yeah.
of time. And yeah, so tell me about time, Jules.
I think like uh, I mean, obviously, my idea of time has changed a lot since having a
Hmm.
child, and it does, and or whatever. If you have big changes in your life, like having pets and stuff, your sense of time has to change because you're accommodating them
Yeah,
constantly.
yeah.
But also, like it's not an adage. I don't know why I'm using these fancy words, but the
Because you're
saying,
fancy in your bed
yeah,
for everybody to see.
sure. As I'm wearing
I've
like,
slept in that bed before.
yeah, and like this sweatshirt's from like, oh, oh, I'm sorry. God.
Don't
Oh,
fall
no, yeah,
asleep.
break.
Though.
Anyways,
We still have some time
we
on
still
this
have time.
podcast episode.
It's like you never have enough hours in your day to get stuff done because you're including your child into it, and
Yeah,
it just takes 1,000 times longer to do stuff. And also it's like the days are long, but the years are short. Like our son's
Yeah.
coming up on 4, which is, uh,
Is that wild?
it's very, this birthday's not hitting me as hard as some birthdays have,
Okay.
but I think it's the him good when he's in school in September, and that's going to be weird. That's going to be a
Right.
weird, like I'm very ready for it, but it's anyways. All the like cheesy stuff that you hear as a parent, like the days are long, the years are short, are very true.
Yeah.
But I mean, I felt like, in my 20s, I had all the time in the world. Like your
Mm-hmm.
responsibilities are so much
Yeah.
less.
Yep.
And then now I'm like, even if I had a whole week straight to get stuff done, I still think there would be stuff
Oh,
that I need to get done.
isn't that crazy? Like
Yeah.
I've even thought about taking a week off work just to get through my to-do list, and it won't get done.
No, and like
What
we're
the
both in the
fuck?
middle of renovations, which is like
Well, we're gonna bitch about that in our
perfect.
last segment, but yeah.
Perfect.
So
So
what
that's a
kinds of
whole
things?
other thing. Like
Oh,
when you're trying to
absolutely.
work and you're trying to have a life and you're trying
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
so it's a totally different sense of like I
Yeah, like
said,
how do people balance this shit? Like
I don't
what do you
know.
do to balance it? Or do
Well,
you balance it?
there's some people that I've known that like they seem like they have like 48 hours in a day. Like
Yeah,
I've known people that were in school to be like a paralegal. They played on a sports team. They had 2 part-time jobs and they volunteered for, I don't know, this was a while back, but they had
right.
several of those things. And I'm like, I can barely get through a day of work. I
I
can barely get through a day
know.
of work.
I
And they
know.
just mulled through, like they just were
Yeah.
able to do it. So I think it's definitely like the way that you're built is part of
Yeah.
it. I mean, there's a lot of time wasters as well. You can get
Right.
caught scrolling on your phone. You can like,
Hmm.
spend extra amount of time on something that we don't really need to, or like
Hmm.
whatever, right? So, but like some people are able to block time really well. I work really well off of lists. That's a good time saver for me. Is like I have to follow a list and I have to
Hmm.
be able to cross it off because if I can't, I just waste time and I lose time on stupid shit.
Right.
So, but I mean, I don't know. I've never been that person that's been able to do 5 major things at once.
Hmm.
I just don't have the capacity for it, and I'm also very big on sleep. Like I need clearly,
Yes. Yes, you
I
are.
need to
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah. Which
So
sleep's good.
it
So,
is. And,
yeah.
again, that like whole thing with kids and whatever. And when you get older, you just don't have, you don't sleep as well and blah, 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 blah. So where do I find the time? I have no fucking idea. How people have like
Hmm.
multiple jobs and, and people have multiple children with like multiple extracurriculars where 7 days a week they have stuff to do because each of their children have different things. That's not for me.
No,
That's
I
not
don't
for
blame
me.
you. It's not
So,
for me at all. I didn't have
no.
kids.
So,
And
yeah. But I mean,
I
you've
still
got
can't find time in my day.
No, but I mean, you've got your own, you're really good with it. You're like exercising. You're really good with
Oh,
your
thank you.
your fur babies. You're really good with spending time with your parents. You're really good with, so like that eats up your day
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
very quickly.
It
So,
does.
I mean, in terms of keeping organized, I'm a better person to talk to. In terms of like maybe making the best of your time, I feel like I just fly by the seat of my pants at this point.
Yeah.
What do
No,
you
that
do?
makes sense. Like, it's funny too, because every week I start out with such good intentions, and then
Yeah.
I just find that it's like it goes to shit. Um, or something pops up. Like, even so, you know, just everything. Like I'll try to time. I can't fucking speak. I think I'm drunk or
I'm
something. I'm
yawning over here.
not. You're sleeping. I can't fucking speak. Welcome to How Do You Like Us
How do you
Now?
like us now podcast?
Um, anyways, no, but it's true. Like, I'll try to like time block and I'll be like, okay, I'm going to meet you here at 1 p.m. or whatever. And then it's like, and then all of a sudden it's 1 p.m. and then it's corner after one.
Yeah.
I won't tell you what day we recorded this podcast for the day that it was being released. We'll
Yeah,
just leave it
that's
at
all right.
that. But
Minor details.
anywho, but
Minor
like it's just
details.
absolutely
Yeah,
right. But I find lists work as well. I also find it really rewarding to use paper lists and just check shit off.
I use paperless too.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
just feels so much better. Maybe
it
that's because we're a
does.
little bit old school.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. And that kind of goes into our next little segue of what the fuck is it? Let's look here. Oh yes. What the fuck would you tell your younger self?
Oh,
Well, you know what I would tell my younger self, because I find that with lists and not getting enough done and all that shit, it's like I start to feel guilty or I feel bad. It's just
Right.
give yourself permission to calm your tits and just I always tell myself, I'm like, I did the best I could today. This is the
Yeah.
best I could today.
Yeah.
So you know what? I showed up. I show up every day. But if showing up is literally just showing up in my pajamas and taking a rest, then just give yourself permission to just do that and just be.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, too, like even if there's stuff that's priority things, it's not life or death most of the
Yeah.
time. I mean, if it's life or death, definitely get those things done. But like,
Ideally. Yeah.
just give yourself permission and credit. And I try to, like, I try not to go, oh my gosh, like, look at all the shit that's left. I try to go, okay, look at all the stuff I got done.
Yes.
And I know that's not what we're going to talk about today, but we can quickly also touch on the fact of because it kind of intertwines a little bit is the whole wait, does it intertwine? I think, are we both okay today? Well, where's the fucking moon?
I don't know.
No, but the whole thing around, so we had chatted before we hopped on here. Believe it or not, we did prepare some shit. And it was more so about just starting when you're not ready, or just
Right.
yeah. So we had talked about podcasting and stuff. Clearly this podcast isn't perfect, but that's not the point of it, right?
No.
And it's
Well,
just
it does make sense because the timing doesn't have to be right. There's
no,
no right
exactly.
time. You just
Yes,
have to do
exactly.
it.
Yes, exactly.
So,
exactly.
yeah.
Great. Thank
Yeah.
you for that. That was very poetic and deep.
You're welcome. You are
Thank
so
you.
welcome. Yeah.
No, but it's true, right?
Yeah.
It's just a matter of just showing up and just doing it and doing the best that you can.
Yeah.
And that's what I would tell my younger self is like I was so hard on myself growing up, especially in my 20s. And man, like now I'm like, nope, now I'm gonna take that 20-year-old or that young kid's, well, not young kid is necessarily. I don't remember doing too many to-do lists then, but I'm gonna take that young girl's hand and be her best friend instead.
Yeah.
And not, shame her or make her feel guilt for things that, when she was always showing up and doing the best that she could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With what you knew at the time too, because I mean,
Absolutely. That's a huge one.
And it's like for me, I think it was, and I still struggle with this, is I do everything for everyone else and I don't do it for myself.
Yeah.
But especially when I was younger,
yeah,
time included, my time was given to people that I shouldn't have given my time to.
Yes.
Where it should have been my time.
Yep.
That's a hard lesson to learn though, when you're constantly giving.
Mm-hmm.
To learn to like loop it back to yourself. But I'm a lot better about that and I'm a lot firmer.
Yes, which is
my
good.
older age, but also as a parent because I don't have a lot of time.
Exactly.
So like it's very much like cut and dry. Like if I've got time for this, great. If I don't, that's too bad. Sorry.
Exactly. Yep.
So it
That's
just
all you can do. You can only do the best that you can do. And then the key piece in that too is like not feeling bad about it, which is a struggle.
100%.
It can be.
Yes.
But it's absolutely true. And that's the way that I feel. Yeah. As you grow, you show. No, I don't know what that means. I was trying to be
a grower, not a shower.
I'm a fucking shower. No. Okay. Anyways, you understand. Yeah. You understand. Who the hell am I talking to? The ghosts in my house, probably. I'm like, you understand what we're saying. How do you like us now? Our last little cheeky segment of bitching, I'm sure, is about, we're going to talk about some home renos. This kind of lines up with the rest of our episode. I think, I don't know. I might go back and watch this and see what actually happened here, but
it makes sense. It's making sense.
Number 2.
I mean, I'm out to lunch anyways.
I love it. But that's what this is. That's what you see is what you get.
What you see is what you get. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Home renos. What are we bitching about home renos for?
Well, definitely the time that it takes.
Yes.
So if you're like, oh, I'm going to get this room painted in a day. No, you're fucking not.
It is so hard. It is so difficult.
And expensive.
It is so expensive.
I mean, the cost, everyone is, again, these aren't things that people aren't aware of, but like, this is my first time owning a home.
Mm-hmm.
So learning through the process, and you've owned your home for quite some time, and it's been a huge learning curve for you.
There's still a hell of a lot more to do.
And that's the thing is there's part of your never-ending list that you have. Never mind your like life stuff. You're like trying to do the inside of your house and the outside of your house.
Yes.
It's like two totally separate beasts.
Yep.
It's like, what do you, and it's not like you can start one and finish it necessarily because
No.
you can only get certain time to do this or certain pieces can only come at this time. Certain, yeah,
Well, and it's also, I mean, and I know too, like, well, I'm doing thank you to my dad, and I have a good friend as well who's helped me out a lot. And I do some of my own work too, like, and I'm learning more and more. But getting contractors too that and no knock to them. I know they're very, very busy, but it is expensive. It is, and well deserved for, I'd say, most of them, except for the
sure.
fucking scammers.
Yeah.
Um, but it's also lining up with their schedules. So I, for example, was having a patio door installed in my bedroom last year, and I contacted them. So this is a good and bad problem. I contacted them based on referral for somebody else that I trust in like March or April, and they weren't able to do it until like the last day of July, which
Right.
is like good because they're so busy because so many
Yeah.
people want them to do the work, but also bad, right?
Well, yeah, you
It
have to
was an
wait.
important piece. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I know, I totally, it's a whole thing, like right now I'm in the middle of gutting my bedroom because I didn't get it done last year. And man, that wallpaper and the old drywall's been on there for like probably 60 years.
I
It's
love
not
that.
fun. It's kind of fun. It's kind of therapeutic in a sense, but
Yes.
on the other hand, it's like it is a lot of work. Although that gets me to go to the dump because, you know,
See,
so it
it's
all
full
kind of comes
circle.
full circle in a good way.
There you
And the
go.
reward of it, but it's really tough because I know you've been wanting to do your bathroom now for quite a while.
It's
Yeah.
yeah, and again, it's a time and money constraint, and like, yeah, could I have been smarter
Mhm.
with my money? Absolutely. Could I have been smarter with my time?
No.
For sure. But I
Mhm.
mean, I think a lot of us too, unfortunately, are in survival mode just with the way that things are
Absolutely.
set up.
Yeah.
You don't have to live that way.
Yeah.
I choose to live that way, but it's also like the season of your life. Like it's not like my whole life is going to be like this. Things
No.
change as it goes.
Yep.
So you have to take it with a grain of salt. Like you said, like don't be so hard on yourself because for me to get like two things off my list in a day is a massive win. Or like
Absolutely.
previously, if I would have a list of five things, I could do them all, but it's just
Yep.
not where I'm at right now. So you
Yep.
you have to just roll with it,
You
and
got to
it's
roll
hard
with the
because
season of your life.
yeah, it is just a
Yeah.
season, right?
It is.
So you have to keep that in mind. But some days it makes it frustrating, and like you're just like, can I please fucking get this done? Because it's been on my list for like 3 weeks, and then
I get
things get
so
added to the list. It's just like, oh my god.
I
So
get so
this is why I
annoyed.
take naps. This is why I take naps.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
They're fabulous.
Naps are good. We're almost going to get you to your nap. We're 5 minutes over here, but
Oh, are we? Yeah,
we're going to
okay.
end it off with a card pull.
Oh,
So
good.
the spirit animal pocket. What the fuck? This is called the spirit animal pocket oracle.
Hold it up so I can see it better.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
Thank you. Yep.
can you see that shit?
It's a little shiny. Pull it back a little bit. Whee!
Woo.
There you go. Yep. Good. Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you.
I call it Baron. Fuck me. If I call
What is going on?
You're sleeping, I'm crazy. What the fuck? That's what
Um,
people should expect, honestly, from us.
hey, what do you do?
And what do you do? Oh,
When you live in a
all right.
shoe. Okay.
Hello, hello. Left or right? Left or right?
Left, left, left.
Okay. Left or right?
Go left again.
Okay. Left or right?
Go left again.
Okay. 1 out of 8. Pick a number.
7.
Tune into it. 7.
Yeah.
All right, all. So this is Dove Spirit. This is a card for the collective. It's
Yep.
Dove Spirit. It says, be peace. Well, you've come to the wrong fucking podcast for that. Be peace. Maybe that's for us.
That might be for us.
So let me see here.
Let's see what it says. I'm very curious to see what they mean by that.
Yeah, me
It
too.
can be interpreted a lot of different ways. So
Oh, shit. With her peaceful cooing, The
Oh,
gentle dove spirit invites you to embrace the energy of peace and allow compassion to warm your heart. You always have the power to generate peace within you, and the appearance of dove spirit is a reminder that today and every day is a good day to meditate, to quiet any turbulence within, and embody tranquility. Exactly what we've done here today, I think. Above, below, and all around you, much may be happening to distract you, but you are called to engage it with that. What the? But you are called to engage it with the heart of a peacemaker, asking yourself, what would peace do? Can you agree to disagree? Um, yeah. The peace you seek rises within and spreads out into the world as spirit sends her messenger to remind you of the beauty of a harmonious existence with all that is. How beautiful and powerful is your compassionate heart.
well, I mean, it makes
Collectively,
sense.
that's actually really good.
Yeah. And I mean, it makes sense too in my perspective, just because you're so loopy with doing so much
Mm-hmm.
stuff, you have to return to yourself
You do.
and just like calm it. Because if you don't, you just go into you spiral.
Madness. You do. And
Spiral.
everything falls apart. But you're so right.
Yeah.
It's all about coming back to center. And I think
Yes.
even too, like with collectively speaking, it has been very, very heavy. There's been
Yeah.
a lot happening in the world. And just remember that. Just remember you're able to control at least yourself and just coming back to, yeah, yourself, your inner self, and finding that peace.
Yeah. I think it's
Um,
super important. Like
yeah.
it's so incredibly overwhelming to think about what is happening in the
Mm-hmm.
world, but it all starts at home. And
Yes.
I'm not saying me individually is going to stop any freaking world war. But if I can keep peace by myself or for myself in my home, for my
Mm-hmm.
child, for my spouse, for my, and
Your
then it's
three
like,
cats. Yeah.
yeah, it's going to start radiating out, right? But it has
Exactly,
to
right?
start within because if it doesn't,
Absolutely.
you're not going to get anywhere.
Exactly.
So
No,
that's
you're
how I can
absolutely
think
right.
about that. Yeah.
And if that means turning off the news or turning
Yes.
off your TV or putting down that phone
Yeah. That's a big one
and
for
not
me. I'm
looking
not
at
a news
social media.
person.
I know.
So,
No, you're not. No. But it's
but
just it's everywhere, right?
oh
So
yeah, I still see
yeah,
it. You can't
yeah,
get away from it, but I'm not, yeah, one to watch the news per se.
yeah,
But to put down the phone is huge. Like you
yeah,
just like put it down. Like,
yeah, yeah, and
so,
come back to peace.
I agree.
Yeah, it is a beautiful message.
It is. Thank you for
Yeah,
that.
so yeah. Well, thank you, Jules.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna let you get to your nap.
Thank you.
Um, and I just want to say thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Of course, you can find us under the Nina DeBoss podcast on Instagram and Facebook. I set up the Facebook.
Oh, lovely.
Would love to get some more followers over there, even though I hate that word follower, but it's just kind of weird. Anywho, and you can. Where else can you find us? Oh well, YouTube. This is on YouTube, but if you're watching it, chances are you've already found us. So,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's pretty much it. And we will
Awesome.
see you next month, second Thursday of the month.
That's
So we look
us.
forward to it. Stay peaceful. All right.
I
Bye. Stop.
need to eat an ice cream sandwich.
Hold on, it's not stopped.
I want an ice cream sandwich and then a nap.